Hey everyone, Pastor Tom here, and I'm with Sandra Schaub. And today we wanted to take a moment and remember a dear lady, Joanne DeVuyst.
Joanne and I became friends, probably in the late 60s or 70s through our involvement in farming and the fact that we were both committed Christians. Over the years, we found ourselves involved together at Farm Bureau conventions and organizations of various groups. I say that lightly because she was the brains and the one being interviewed, and I was just taking up space.
Let me ask you, Farm Bureau is describe what is the Farm Bureau Convention?
Well, that's in a state convention, different people on the board and Farm Bureau members get together and they work on legislative issues that affect our state. And then there's the National Farm Bureau.
And you were part of that as well, but
I was just there.
you felt she really understood what was going on, and you were there more to support. And
she was the happy farmer and I was the reluctant farmer.
Okay. All right. So there was one convention in particular that you remember. Can you tell me about that one?
Oh, I remember one Farm Bureau convention vividly. It was the middle of the convention, and we were on an elevator going down as one gentleman who was on the state board was. The door opened, and he was getting off with his suitcase. Now, this should have been a clue that I should keep my mouth shut. However, as he got off, I blurted out, "Well, don't go away mad, just go away." The elevator door closed, and Joanne said, "Sandy, he just lost his position on the board."
Oh, no.
He was not a happy camper.
Right. So in the middle of the week, just due to the regular business of the convention, he had been a board member. He lost his position, and then
he left.
You didn't recognize that, and you said something trying to be funny, and he went away mad.
Yes.
And sad, and you felt bad about
that. Never met him again.
But she let you know that probably wasn't the best thing to say.
Definitely not. This is what I call foot and mouth disease, which is an ailment that I have.
Well, I think we all have that, yeah.
Well, this has come up numerous times over the years. And actually, at least one more time, probably at a Farm Bureau convention with Joanne.
Oh, really?
I won't go into detail on that, but only to say that I got a swift kick under the table when something I started to say.
From her? Okay. Yes. So she had, you mentioned to me that she really loved chocolate.
Oh my, Joanne loved chocolate. And years ago, she made a vow that she would not eat any chocolate until one of her children became a Christian.
Oh my goodness.
And I can only imagine what happened when that
when that happened.
She probably loaded up on chocolate.
So you think she really did? I mean, she didn't eat chocolate until then?
Oh, when Joanne made a vow or a promise for something, she never reneged. She was true.
Oh my goodness. And then her child became a Christian, and then wow. I don't picture her as, I guess, just because somebody like that looks like me physically, and if I say I have a love for chocolate, people say I can see that. I can tell that, but I wouldn't naturally think that of Joanne. But
I think she worked it off.
Okay, all right. So
she was very active. Joanne and Larry love to play this card game, Hand and Foot. Yep. This is a partner's game.
Okay.
And so, a gal friend and I were invited over quite a few times to play this game with them. I was Joanne's partner. You just need to know that Joanne was out to win. And so I was to keep my cards visible and straight and be very careful to pay attention, which I did. If we won that particular game, Joanne was triumphant, and I thought, well, that was fun.
Right. But to her, it was just because she
It
was a
was
super
important,
competitor. It was a really big deal.
very competitive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, for someone that has mouth and foot disease, did that get in the way of you playing hand and foot properly, or did,
No,
no?
just comments I make that are inappropriate that I'm thinking are funny, and they don't always end up being
So
funny.
that didn't hurt your effectively playing hand and foot.
Hopefully not.
That you have mouth and foot. All right, I'll leave that one alone. Tell me a little bit about what her personality and just what comes to mind just off the top of your head when you think of Joanne.
Joanne was a very capable person.
Hmm.
She was comfortable with herself. And when she took on anything, she took it on with gusto, and she did a good job at it. I'm sure she made mistakes along the way, like all of us do, but she didn't seem to doubt herself. And that's the way she lived her life. She compensated and she enjoyed life a lot. One thing I admired most about Joanne was that she was completely sold out in her faith. In spite of whatever situation she went through, and let me tell you, she went through a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
She embraced her faith unconditionally.
How do you think she most made your life better or different because you knew her?
Well, I'd have to tell you that I am richer for having known her and being the recipient of her friendship. That's been a real blessing to me.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
And I know from her talking about you and from Larry as well how much you meant to them and have meant over the years. So thank you, Sandra, for chatting about.
It's been a joy.